This is the Oecs Newslink, a roundup of major news happening across the Oecs today. In the headlines,
the Oecs early reading and mathematics assessments are underway. Turning mental health awareness into action, the Oecs calls on the region to wear green on May 30th. Good day, viewers, and welcome to the weekly edition of the Oecs Newslink. From policy to people, these are the stories shaping the Oecs today. I am Malaika Thompson-Sinak, bringing you the region's top headlines and stories that shape our shared future. We begin with an important development in regional economic cooperation. The Oecs Commission, in partnership with the International Trade Center, also known as ITC, successfully concluded two pivotal high-level events in Miami on May 22nd and 23rd. The events were aimed at bolstering investment facilitation reforms across the region through the implementation of the Investment Facilitation for Development Agreement at the World Trade Organization. The sessions brought together ministers, investment officials, and private sector stakeholders to strengthen strategies for attracting sustainable foreign direct investment. 6 Oecs member states presented their investment self-assessment, while broader discussions with CARICOM countries, the Dominican Republic, and Ecuador explored how to improve transparency, streamline processes, and boost development through better investment facilitation. Dr. Didicus Jules, the Director General of the Oecs, called for a shift toward more inclusive and sustainable investment models that integrate diaspora capital and local entrepreneurship. These pivotal events mark a key step in aligning Caribbean investment frameworks with global standards to foster long-term growth. The meetings are part of a broader agenda to implement the WTO's new Investment Facilitation for Development Agreement, designed to make investment processes more transparent, efficient, and predictable, especially for developing and least developed countries. In our second story, we take a look at education. This week, Oecs students in Grade 2 participated in the Oecs Early Reading and Mathematics Assessments as part of Oecs countries' efforts to advance education and learning outcomes for primary school students in the region. The assessments were developed through expertise from the Oecs Commission's Education Development Management Unit and Oecs Ministries of Education. The assessments have been internationally benchmarked and will provide critical information to continue improving teaching and learning. For more on this important story, we now cut to a short video report produced by the Oecs Commission.
The Oecs have always supported the development of curriculum at the primary level. So the OERU transformed into the EDMU, which has continued to lead this process. What's happening in there is that assessment experts, literacy and numeracy experts have come together to design a regional assessment, an assessment that works for every single member state. So it saves time, it saves money, it ensures rigor, okay, and it definitely ensures that there is some strict quality assurance in the process.
So what you're measuring is student performance at the grade 2 level, which is looking at the student performance in minimum proficiency in literacy and numeracy. And it's a global indicator which shows where our students are if they're meeting the minimum proficiencies which are required for the grade 2 level.
So far, it's been incredible to work with colleagues across the region who are specifically steeped in assessment best practices to sort of shore up this exam for everybody across the region. So we've learned quite a bit of statistical analysis for assessments that we can actually take back and use in our regional examinations as well. And vice versa, we brought some skills to the Oecs that can be utilized here and to shore up the exam for everybody across the region.
Also, we have benefited where when we were doing the paper assessment-based, it took a longer time for the results to get back to the school. Now, it is done in a more time efficiency way that the results reach back to school in a quicker time, so they have the results at hand to take action more quickly.
Through a partnership with the World Bank, we were able to get support from the Australia Centre for Educational Research. Ultimately, the goal is to ensure that the quality of this assessment is sufficiently high to be able to meet the standards set by the UNESCO Institute for Statistics, ensuring that we are able to report globally so that the data from the students of the OECS can be compared to students internationally. And that is also a huge game changer for us at the OECS.
And finally, May is globally recognized as Mental Health Awareness Month. And this year, the OECS Commission is urging all citizens to not only raise awareness, but to take action. Under the theme, Turn Awareness into Action, the campaign seeks to break the silence around mental health and replace stigma with support, connection, and community. The OECS Commission is spotlighting the 5 C's of mental wellness: connection, coping, calmness, care, and compassion. Dr. Roxanne Brizan St. Martin, Program Director for Health and Social Inclusion at the OECS Commission, emphasized that mental health is not just a personal issue, it's a public health and social imperative. As part of the regional campaign, citizens are invited to wear green on Friday, May 30th to show solidarity with those impacted by mental health challenges. Green symbolizes hope, strength, and renewal. So wear green, share your photos with the hashtag OECS Mental Health, and help turn conversations into collective action. Together, we can shape a region that supports mental health well-being for all. That's all for today's edition of the OECS Newslink. For more on these stories, visit our newsroom at www.oecs.int. Stay connected and follow us on social media and our website to keep up with the latest updates. I'm your host, Malaika Thompson-Snack. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.